The widow had learned to keep her voice steady, even when her hands trembled. The ranch ledger lay open on the desk between them, its neat columns listing cattle sold, fences repaired, wages owed. Outside, the late sun stretched the man's shadow long across the floorboards. He was enormous, shoulders like barn doors, hands scarred and careful, but he stood as if afraid to break something just by breathing. "I don't need charity," she said again, softer now. Since her husband's passing, people had tried to give her many things: advice, pity, control. She had accepted none of it. "I ain't offering charity," he replied. His voice was low, respectful, worn thin by miles of road. "I'm offering work, honest work. I can mend what's broke, stand watch at night, and keep trouble from sniffing around." He hesitated, eyes flicking to the small cradle near the window, draped with a faded quilt. "You got more than land to protect." The memory of last winter pressed in, the storm that took her husband, the quiet weeks that followed, the ache of keeping a household running while grief sat like a stone in her chest. She had done it alone, with a newborn to soothe and a ranch to save. Pride had kept her upright. Exhaustion had kept her awake. "You don't even know me," she said. "I know fences," he answered, then smiled faintly. "And horses. And how to keep my mouth shut." She studied him then, really studied him. There was no hunger in his gaze, no calculation. Only a steadiness that reminded her of the oak beams in the barn, old, reliable, not pretty but strong enough to last storms. "Why here?" she asked. "Because this place needs hands," he said. "And because folks been circlin'. They see a widow and think easy pickings. I won't let that happen." The words landed heavier than he intended. She straightened, chin lifting. "I can protect what's mine." "I know," he said quickly. "I've seen it. I just thought, two strong backs work better than one." Silence settled. A hawk cried overhead. In the distance, cattle lowed, impatient for the evening feed. She closed the ledger and stood. "If you stay," she said, choosing each word like a nail to set, "you work for wages. You answer to me, and you keep your distance." He nodded, relief softening his features. "Yes, ma'am." She paused at the door, hand on the latch. "There's a bunk in the loft. Supper's at sundown. Don't be late." As he stepped outside, she watched from the doorway. He moved with purpose, already scanning the fence line, measuring what needed doing. For the first time in months, the ranch felt less like a burden and more like a place that could breathe again. She touched the quilt on the cradle, listening to the wind move through the cottonwoods, and allowed herself a fragile thought: maybe strength, shared carefully, could mend more than fences.